Hi, this is Mike Regan with TransX's 2-Minute Warning for the week of May 13th. In this 2-minute warning, we want to do two things. First, we want to share some great news with you. The second thing we want to do is to highlight an issue that shippers, motor carriers, and third parties need to understand and act on. Now, in the great news category, ABF announced last week that they've reached a tentative agreement with their unions. And the reason this is such great news is because a lot of people were growing a bit concerned about what would happen if the parties didn't come together soon. Would there be a strike or some type of disruption? Well, with this announcement of a tentative agreement, we can move those concerns off to the side and focus on other important issues. One of those important issues that we need to pay attention to is the ongoing war on trucking. And the reason I bring this up is because a couple of weeks ago I was at an industry meeting and some people asked me, they said, "We haven't heard you talk about the war on trucking lately. Is that because the sides have reached a truce, or are there some things that are going on that we need to understand?" Well, if you want to understand just how real the war on trucking is, you need look no further than the legislation that Senator Frank Lautenberg introduced in the U.S. Senate recently. It's no secret that Senator Lautenberg is not a big fan of the trucking industry. And over the years, he has done some things which directly impact the productivity of trucking companies. Now, we could go on and on about Senator Lautenberg and the trucking industry, but it's important to look at his legislation, which would impact the ability to move safer, heavier trucks on our nation's highways. And it's not just on our nation's highways. Senator Lautenberg wants to extend this to the national highway system, which would impact the ability of states to have flexibility in addressing the freight that moves through their states. Now, we're going to be talking about this at the Knit League Highway Committee meeting, which is going to be held here in Chicago on the 23rd and 24th of May. If you haven't signed up, you want to go to the Knit League site and sign up for that because it's going to be a great meeting. But you also want to go to the Coalition for Transportation Productivity's website and get their packet of information. John Runyon and his team have done a fantastic job of assembling facts that you can use to communicate with the people in your organization about why they need to contact their legislators to help them understand why trucking is vitally important to the success of your company. Now, with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you, we are on your team and we're here to help. So if you want this information, we've got links to the websites. They're just a bunch of information about what you can do to stand up for trucking. Give us a call today. Thanks for your time.